Hi, folks. Robert Starmer here with Cumulus Technologies, bringing you a thought about collaboration. We've seen a lot of interest in people changing how their development teams work together, and collaboration is really the central premise of a lot of this. Nicely, it also fits with our whole view of the world, which is that your development team, even if it's a singleton, should really have a platform that you're targeting because that enables and it fosters collaboration. Our platform of choice is GitLab, but there are many to choose from. It's just one of the many interesting tools that are available today to really accelerate your collaboration. Now, when I'm thinking about collaboration, I'm specifically thinking about code level collaboration. So, how do I actually optimize and accelerate the ability for my developers, whether that's just myself or my small team or even my large organization, to really share our understanding of how our software is being developed, what the state of that development is, where things might be stuck or where things might be improved in terms of the actual process of getting something released into production. One of the key aspects of that, of course, is a source code management toolset. GitLab is based on the Git source code management toolset, which has effectively become the de facto standard. I know there are still plenty of others out there, and there are plenty that are in large use, but Git has really become the engine that is driving a lot of the DevOps and sort of accelerated, automated everything in terms of developing new applications, tool sets. GitLab is a great platform for managing your Git environments, and just being able to commit into a Git repository and then load it into an online service somewhere else other than on your local machine is a huge first step into collaboration. I always tell my developers that the very first thing we have to do is we have to, at a minimum, commit daily. Just provide the current snapshot of our working state, even on a daily basis, even if it's not ready for production. It really helps because you can start to share your current thinking, your current thought process. I actually find sometimes it's really useful to commit even more often than on a daily basis. I personally tend to commit maybe too much, almost on a line by line basis. As I get a new function or a new concept that has the beginnings of working process, I can actually commit that and then load that up into my shared GitLab environment. So that's an incredibly powerful thing. It enables and fosters code review. It fosters code sharing. It fosters visibility as a part of the collaboration process. The other part of that, of course, is that you need a way to then manage lots of commits that might be headed towards your production workflow. And the number one tool for something like that is in the GitLab world, it's called a merge request. Many others call it a pull request, but it all has the same concept. It's how do I pull these different resources together? How do I merge them into one harmonious whole? And how do I do that in a way that fosters collaboration, which is really what we're trying to enable here. So the nice thing about the merge request or pull request model is that it gives us a data point to say, hey, I now have something that I think has gotten to the point where first off, I'd like to get some review on this. I'd like to get somebody to approve the process of turning this into part of our production or maybe our staging environment code. And it fosters discussion, which is a large part of collaboration. So I can enable code reviews. I can actually force people to review the code so that you can't commit your own code, for example. That's really important in enabling this. And again, GitLab is a nice platform for supporting that kind of conversation. You have a platform for collaborating and communicating about the changes that are being made or being suggested to be pushed into the system. You can also tie this into issue tracking, whether it's within the GitLab environment, because GitLab does provide an issue tracking system, or as a part of a third-party solution. So you can tie the whole merge process into third-party systems at that point. The other thing is that you often also want to put a layer of thought on top of how we're going to go about using this merge request tool and using the Git process. What goes into our production environments? What goes into our staging environments? And do we even separate those things out? That's all a part of the concept of Git flow. And part of our collaboration coursework is to really understand not just the concept of a merge request or even the concept of something like a Git flow process, but how to use those tools to enable collaboration, to foster code sharing and code understanding, and to really build a much better, much more tightly coupled development environment to get your work done more quickly. I mean, this is really the goal here, is to enable and accelerate our development processes on a day-by-day basis. Anyway, this has just been a short review of the possibility of collaborating and accelerating collaboration amongst your teams. And again, hopefully this is something that is of interest to you. We're looking forward to doing more conversations of this nature and really enable collaboration across the board.